It's all or nothing at all. It has got to be all or nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And that was Joe Mancuso on Face the Music STL 1380 The X Extreme Radio. And we are now joined by Joe Mancuso himself and Dave Black. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello, glad to be here.
Glad to have you. I'm Mary, your host. This is Amy and Mark.
Amy.
Awesome Amy and Music Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, Awesome Amy, Music Mark, or sometimes she's called Amy Awesome. So
Whichever you prefer.
Or Mark is Mosh Pit Mark or
Yeah.
Magic Mark, depending on.
Yes, depending on who's calling me.
Do you have any nicknames?
Are you Jammin' Joe? And
No, my wife has some names for me, but I can't.
you can't say them on the air.
Or are you just too embarrassed to mention them?
Yeah, it depends if you're in a good
both.
mood or a bad mood. It's
Right
one or
on.
the other.
No, it's just Joe and Dave.
Joe and Dave?
Joe and Dave.
Joe and Dave, you guys
You
play
can't
as
get
a
more
duo
American than
together?
that.
You guys play out as a
Dave
duo?
and I do a lot of
Okay.
duo work around town.
Yes, we do.
And plus, he's got his own group. I have my own group. We're part of several different projects, but we play out probably a good 5-6 times a month as just a duo.
Right
Wow.
on. Right on.
Cool.
You're playing tomorrow, right?
Yeah, BB's.
Tomorrow at
Yeah.
BB's.
Yeah, we're at BB's
8 to 11 at BB's Jazz Blues and Soups. At BB's Jazz Blues and Soups from 8 to 11 p.m. tomorrow.
And where
There
is
you
that?
go.
Where's that located at?
That is about 300 footsteps south of the ballpark on South Broadway. BB's Jazz Blues and Soups. I don't have the exact
Right across
address.
the street from Beale on Broadway, if you've ever been there.
There you go.
Yeah.
And if you can't find it, you're too stupid to be there.
If you can't find the ballpark in St. Louis, you just weren't meant to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
also have a show coming up, big Christmas show, at Blueberry Hill,
Nice.
December 7th.
There you go. Does that make it more comfortable? Well,
And
that arm is going to fall on you.
I'm with another singer, a couple other singers, Charles Glenn. You guys know Charles Glenn?
No.
He sings the national anthem at the Blues games.
Oh, cool.
He used to be a singer with the Fifth Dimension. He's an incredible vocalist.
I think I've heard of Fifth Dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were back in the 70s. That was their heyday, but they've had, several different incarnations of the group through time, but he was part of it in the later years. Incredible vocalist. And also Michelle Noloff is a singer as well that's going to be on that show with another group called Common Time, which is a jazz fusion band. They're backing us up. And then Lunar Levitation. Have you heard of them?
Yes, actually, one of the guys in Lunar Levitation is in Joseph Pastor's ensemble.
Yeah.
He was here. The ensemble was there. We had nine-piece band up on that stage. It was incredible.
Yeah, he's a great musician too, Joseph. Joe
I
Pastor.
work with him at Jefferson College.
Oh,
we
you
both
do?
teach there. Yes.
Nice.
Great musician.
Small city.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
all these people start to know each other after a while here. So
So-
you got that poster. Let me check that out.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah, he brought in a poster of his Blueberry
It's got
Hill
some info.
Christmas show. What's the date on that?
It appears to be December 7th, Pearl Harbor Sunday.
Ah,
There you go.
those days.
There you go. If you want to go to this show at Blueberry Hill, it looks like tickets are online. $20 at the door, which you should probably get them in advance because they're $15.
Yeah, save that $5.
Save that $5 for a beer or a drink or whatever you can get for
Or
$5.
some kind of food or
Exactly.
parking.
Exactly.
You don't have
Yeah.
to pay for parking down there. No,
No.
You can get tickets online. Just go to the Blueberry Hill website, and it's actually the website is for the tickets is commontime.brownpapertickets.com, but that might be too long to remember. But if you go to Blueberry Hill's website, they'll have it up there.
Right on.
So what type of music do you play?
We play all different as this duo. We do a lot of different stuff, but primarily what I've been doing lately is a lot of jazz, jazz standards, vocal jazz. But I grew up as a rock and roller. I'm a singer, songwriter, and written many songs, played in cover bands. But after I studied at school and learned music theory, I kind of switched over to jazz. And actually, Dave teaches at Webster University as well. That's where I got my degree in jazz studies. And Dave plays jazz guitar and all different styles of guitar. But a lot of what we do is jazz, or we'll take pop tunes and kind of make them jazzy, but we also do blues. And so we kind of mix it up.
Yeah, I'd like to think that it's all music. It's all part of the same family, and but I understand that there are certain commonalities. With what the sound is, and there's always a certain focused area.
Well, the song we had on earlier was kind of Jazzy's piano. And is that an original? Is that a cover? I wasn't really familiar.
That's actually a jazz standard, All or Nothing at All.
If you get up on that, there you go.
Yeah, All or Nothing at All, done by many jazz vocalists, instrumentalists. Sinatra did it. Ella Fitzgerald, Betty Carter. Those are some jazz vocalists. But a lot of the stuff that we do is in that vein, the jazz standards.
I'm itching to hear one. You guys ready to play?
Sure.
Cool.
You know what might be cool? Maybe we could do that same song, but do it acoustic.
That'd be awesome.
Sounds awesome, yeah.
So you kind of hear
we can
the
hear
difference.
it. Yeah, there we go.
Sounds great. So they're going to do All or Nothing at All acoustically now.
I'm going to pull these headphones off. All or nothing at all. Half of love never appealed to me, and your heart never could yield to me. So I'd rather have nothing at all. I said all or nothing at all. If it's love, there ain't no in between. So why begin to cry for something that might have been? No, I'd rather have nothing at all. Hey, please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek. Don't you smile, I'll be lost beyond recall. Yes, the kiss in your eyes, the touch of your hand makes me weak. And my heart, it may grow very dizzy and fall. If I fell under the spell of your call, don't you know that I get all caught up in that undertow? And so you see, I've got to say no, no, no. It's all or nothing at all. Yeah. it never appealed to me. And your heart never could yield to me. So I'd rather have nothing at all. I said all or nothing at all. If it's love, there ain't no in between. So why begin to cry for something that might have been? No, I'd rather have nothing at all. Hey, please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek. Don't you smile, 'cause I'll be lost beyond recall. Yes, the kiss in your eyes and the touch of your hand makes me weak. And my heart, it may grow very dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, don't you know I'd get caught up in that undertow? So you see, I've got to say no, no, no. It's all or nothing at all. It has got to be all or nothing at all. Nothing at all.
That was All or Nothing at All. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on 1380 The X. And we're back on Face the Music STL Sunday Fun Day edition on 1380 The X Extreme Radio. I am your host, Mary Melodies, joined by awesome Amy and Music Mark.
Mosh Pit Mark.
Mosh Pit
I like
Mark.
that one.
Mosh
He is
pit,
always
Mark.
moshing in here. That's why
Okay.
this place is all
Yeah.
wrecked up.
It's all
Yeah.
wrecked. There's holes in the walls.
And we are joined today by Joe Mancuso and Dave Black, who are here right now, jazz duoing it up. Duet.
Yeah, that was some great live music. It sounded like the perfect music to snap your fingers to and drink some brandy.
Yeah, exactly.
So glad to be here.
Drink some brandy.
Or whatever.
I like that.
Whatever
guess
classy
brandy.
people are drinking
Yeah.
these
Scotch.
days. Yeah.
Scotch,
Whiskey and water.
There you go. Whiskey over
Water
some
on the
stones.
rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
And they've got a show tomorrow at BB's Jazz, Blues, and Soups.
That is correct.
Cool.
All right.
you got
Right
a
by the
couple.
stadium.
You got a couple of other shows coming up too at Natalie's and
Yeah.
Tavern of Fine Arts.
Yes.
Get up on
Dave
the
and I
mic.
play at Natalie's on the third Thursday of every month.
Usually.
Usually,
Yes.
9 out of 12, but sometimes we flip flop. Sometimes we're there on the first Thursday. He's there the first and third Thursday of every month at Natalie's. I'm there every fourth Friday. So I know November 28th I have a show there with the group that you hear on the CD, the piano group.
Right on.
Then Dave and I do his band is more of a kind of a jazz, rock, blues.
Yeah, we like to
conglomeration.
mix it up. You know, we do everything from, jazz standards to, like James Taylor or, the different pop artists.
Stevie
and,
Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. And,
Nice.
We could do one of those.
Yeah.
Days, too.
Do you guys you both have websites, right, Joe and,
Yes.
and Dave? You guys got websites? You want to mention
Yes.
them so that people can go out there and check out your dates that are upcoming?
Sure.
Go first, Joe.
Mancuso-jazz.com. That's my website. MANCUSO. Mancuso-jazz.com.
And mine is DaveBlackSTL.com. So it's Dave
There you go.
Black, as in the color, STL.com.
You know, pretty soon all the people around town are going to catch on that if you slap STL on the end of a domain, you're going to get it. That's why we're Face of the Music, STL.com.
Hey, join the club.
It works, right?
Yeah. You got to have pride in the city.
There you go. Dave Black,
That's right.
STL, and Mancuso Jazz, right?
Yeah.
.com. All right. And that's where you can find your upcoming shows. Now, how do they get a hold of you if somebody wants to book you for like a private party or something?
On the website, there's
Okay.
contact info.
Great.
Usually, I get some bookings through Contemporary, through Talent Plus.
Oh,
but
nice.
A lot of people will just go direct through the website. Same as Dave, I guess. Same way.
That's correct.
Same way? Okay.
Yes.
And you have a big show coming up on the 7th at Blueberry Hill?
Yes. That's a show I'm doing with another group called Common Time, and they are a jazz fusion group led by Abby Styling and her husband Rick Styling. She's a jazz violinist, so it's kind of interesting. Nick Schlieder on keyboard. He's an incredible pianist. In that group, it's electric, so he's playing keys. And Harvey Love is the drummer. They do some really cool stuff, really contemporary jazz that's out there. And they're going to be backing us up. Charles Glenn, myself, and Michelle Noloff, they are vocalists. And the show's going to be opened up by Lunar Levitation. And those guys are 14 to 17 years old. They're youngsters, and they've been playing for 3 years now.
Wow.
And they do
That's
classic.
accomplished.
It's really cool. And they do classic rock covers, so they're going to open the show for us. It's going to be in the Duck Room, Blueberry Hill, December 7th.
Cool place. I've got kind of what may seem like a silly question, but I hear the term jazz standards getting like thrown around a lot. And what exactly is that?
I'll say something real quick, and then Dave can elaborate. But a jazz standard is something usually that comes from. A lot of them come from musicals. They're old songs written by the early songwriters of America, and jazz musicians took them and made them instrumentalists or instrumentals. Instrumental pieces that they played and soloed over, and they become standards in the jazz repertoire. But a lot of them come from show tunes.
Well, and also, like just in general terms, the jazz standards are tunes that if you're a jazz musician, that there are tunes that are frequently called. Because in jazz music, unlike like classical or even like pop music, the focus is kind of more on the interpretation of the performance. The soloist and the musical personality of the improvisers. And not as much about the composer of the tune. So like if you call a standard like Days of Wine and Roses, for instance, there's a jillion jazz artists who perform that tune, and it's an arena that everybody is able to express their musical voices through. And it's merely vehicles that the improvisers perform through.
Okay.
Well said.
Thanks.
I thought that was a good question because I was wondering that too myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good explanation of a standard. I liked it. So speaking of standards, you have another one, or do you want to do something else?
You
were mentioning some Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Yeah,
maybe
let's
off
do a
the
blues
air.
tune.
That's a blues standard.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
You would call that in today's world a blues standard because a lot of the blues groups will call that tune, so it's become a standard. But
Oh, okay. Right on.
All right. Well, take it
let's
away.
do some Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Well, you heard about the love giving sight to the blind. My baby's loving cause the sun to shine. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm her little lover boy. Yes, I love my baby with heart and soul. Love like ours never grows. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm her little lover boy. Yes, I love my lady Well, I love my baby with heart and soul. Love like ours will never grow old. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. Well, I love my lady like the finest wine. Stick with her till the end of time. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. I said she's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy.
Ooh, I love that ending of that.
Yeah, that was great.
Intense.
Thank you.
That was good.
Speaking of awesome voices, I heard that you've won a couple of awards.
Yeah. This CD, which I brought a couple in, if you want to give some CDs away. This
Yeah.
CD this year, called "Cut to the Chase," won the Reader's Choice from the Riverfront Times Best Record, Best Local Album.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
An
That's an
RFT
accomplishment.
winner. Yes.
Mhm.
Also, I won the Best Musical Act in 2014. Same Reader's Choice Riverfront Times poll. And then in 2012, I won Best Vocalist. In 2011, Dave won Best Jazz Artist. So there's
Wow.
two of us here.
Cool. We got some award winners in the studio.
And I think
Award
Dave's won a couple of them.
There you
actually.
go.
What other awards have you gotten, Dave?
Well, I back in 07, 06, 07, I was they used to have a acoustic guitarist category, and I won that in a couple
Do they
years.
still have that category?
I don't think they do anymore.
Really? They need to bring
Yeah.
it back.
Why did they drop
Hear
the
that,
category?
RFT?
Why did they drop the category? It doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of good acoustic guitarists in the city.
I guess maybe there's so many categories that it just cluttered things up too much.
Cluttered.
Well, I notice every year there's different categories coming and going. I've noticed. And like in 2012 for the Reader's Choice, they just had a Best Vocalist category. And then in 13 and 14, they had Best Male and Best Female. So it's like, I don't know.
Maybe it just goes by how many people vote for it.
Maybe,
Who
I don't know.
knows?
Who knows?
Well, we've got to take a short break here. We'll be right back on Face the Music STL 1380 The X. Welcome back to Face the Music STL Sunday Fun Day edition with your hosts Mary Melodies, Awesome Amy, and Music Mark. We are in the studio of 1380 The X with Joe Mancuso and Dave Black, who have been astounding us with their lovely renditions of songs so far, and they're going to play a couple more for us.
Yeah, this one's called Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. No, it's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder where she's gone this time. I wonder where she's gone and if she's gonna stay. 'Cause there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 I know. Hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
sunshine when she's gone. No, it's not warm when she's away. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder where she's gone this time. I wonder if she's gone to stay. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, anytime she goes away, anytime she goes away.
All right, you brought a little sunshine to the studio with that. This cold, dark winter's eve.
Which we need right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
More
Can't wait till the sun
sunshine.
comes back. The summer. I'm already ready for summer again.
Before you
Vital.
guys play again.
Yeah.
I want to mention something first.
Uh-oh.
Go out and get his new CD called Joe Mancuso, Cut to the Chase. I almost was going to say cut to the cheese, but because that's what I was holding it at a weird angle.
Cut the cheese.
That's the next one. Cut the cheese.
Cut the cheese. There you go. That's a great name, though.
Hey, if you text us at 636-486-7127, you can come to the studio and pick up a copy. We've got a couple on hand.
Yes, we do.
and claim yours now.
Right.
636
Cut to the chase, not cut the cheese.
Yeah.
It's been voted RFT's #1 album of 2014. And text us again, 636-486-7127.
It's also on iTunes and Amazon, all over where you can download music as well, Spotify.
Well,
So.
check it out. So, would you like to go ahead and roll on into another song?
Yeah, we're going to do a tune that was made famous by Ray Charles. This one is called Unchain My Heart. Also, Joe Cocker did a version of it, too.
Unchain my heart, baby, let me be. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't care about me. You've got me sewn up like a pillowcase, and you let my love go to waste. Unchain my heart, set me free. Unchain my heart, baby, let me go. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't love me anymore. Every time I call you on the phone, this fella tells me that you're not at home. Unchain my heart, set me free. I'm under your spell, like a man in the trance. But I know damn well that I don't stand a chance. Unchain my heart, baby, let me go my way.
Nicely done, Dave.
Very
Awesome.
Nicely done.
That was Joe Mancuso and Dave Black. If you want to find them online, you go to either mancusojazz.com or daveblackstl.com. You can check them out tomorrow at BB's Jazz, Blues, and Soups. Or was that every third Thursday at Natalie's?
And every fourth Friday.
And every fourth
Natalie's.
Friday. Third Thursday, fourth Friday.
December 7th, Pearl
December
Harbor Day,
7th.
Yeah.
down at Blueberry Hill.
And if you want to check out these videos of them singing and playing the song in the studio, I just posted 2 of them up on the Instagram.
Instagram. I posted one earlier, too.
My
Wonderful.
goodness. Thank you guys so much for coming in. It was
Thanks for having us.
really
Yes,
great
thank you.
music. We
Yeah.
enjoyed it
It
a lot.
was
And
awesome.
we've got Joe Mancuso Cut to the Chase CDs in studio. So if you'd like to get one of your own and you don't want to pay for it, come up here and get one. And otherwise, you can get it on any of the normal facilities online. But that is all for this hour. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to Face the Music STL. I am your host, Mary Melodies, here with awesome Amy and Music Mark. Joe Mancuso and Dave Black just left the building. They had some great songs. His voice was like butter.
It was awesome.
That guitar player was sharp. It was.
Yeah, he's a really good guitarist.
Music to swirl your brandy to while snapping your fingers.
Yeah, sitting in a smoking jacket, perhaps, if they still make those.
Surrounded by beautiful women with
If you're
bunny
Hugh
tails
Hefner,
and
Yeah, no
ears.
kidding.
if
There
you're
we go.
if you're Hugh Hefner, you have
Yes.
a smoking jacket.
That is some Playboy music
It
for
is.
sure.
It
It is.
definitely was.
I felt like a Playboy bunny sitting here listening to him. Maybe, but
Maybe. Mayhaps. So if you have any other comments or questions for us, you can text us at 636-486-7127. Our next band is about to come in. They are called Hollow Point here.